Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm doing the semi-final review of Wales versus South Africa. So let's get straight into it. Now this game was a titanic battle, not quick paced, not fast, very slow and very big old grudge match. That's what it was. And Wales, over the past couple of games that they've played against South Africans, have come out on top in close encounters, but this time the South Africans came on top when it really mattered. It was a very close encounter, but they still came out on top with an Andre Pollard last minute penalty which saw them go into the World Cup final. And really, I think the best team won on the day. The South Africans were the better team. They pushed the Welsh back whenever the Welsh had the ball. They forced them into errors. Their kicking game was on point, much better than the Welsh in the game, and all round they were really the better side. But it was a very close encounter, and with one team being so much better in the game, you'd expect them to go through and beat the Welsh easily, but really they didn't, and that's because the Welsh had the heart and the fight to come back from situations that other teams don't really come back from. We've seen it in the past in this World Cup, and we saw it in this game as well. The Welsh conceded a try to the South Africans, and that was the part of the game you thought, right, can the South Africans push on from here? And they couldn't, because the Welsh heart and fight saw them grind themselves back into the game, and that's what the Welsh did in this game. They grinded themselves into positions where they had the game in their hands, where they could have taken the game from South Africa. But they couldn't, and I think in the end, as much as they showed so much heart, so much fight, the real tactical awareness and the tactical nous of the South Africans came through with the kicking game, the controlled play, the defence and everything. It was brilliant. Every time the Welsh had the ball, the South Africans put all their players in so hard in the tackles that they went back always, the Welsh. They always went back, and then there were always opportunities for them to go over. They were always the first there in the rucks to go over, compete for the ball, slow it down, and that's what they did. And they multiple times they got turnovers, got the ball, and tactically kicked it, and kicked it well. Faf de Klerk, man of the match for a reason. His kicking was insane. Kicked it into decent positions so they could pressure Wales, put them into the corner, and pressure them and force them into errors. And that's what the South Africans did, especially in the last 10 minutes when it could have gone either way. When it was 16-all, the South Africans pressured him in defence, forced the error, turned it over, put them into their own half, forced another error from the line out so that they could get that penalty, which eventually saw them go through. And then as well as that, when they got that 3-point lead, they had 5 minutes to defend it, and they defended it so well. They controlled the game brilliantly with decent kicks, brilliant kicks to the corner, put pressure on them, and they didn't let them out of their area. And that's what you do when you have the lead in the last 5 minutes. You have to use it well, and that's what South Africans did, and it shows such good going forward for the final. It shows they can use it in the final, and maybe put pressure on the English in big situations. And it shows that the South Africans are ready and they're capable of winning, but not winning in such a emphatic style like England win, but winning in more tactical fashion. And for me, I think they're one of the best tactical teams in the world right now. They know how to tactically beat a team. We've seen it, and it's brilliant. It's another way of playing. It shows that you don't need to score tries to win the games. You just need to grind teams down, pressure them, and eventually they'll make mistakes that will help you eventually win the game. And that's what South Africa did, and they're into the final because of it. Now, through this tournament, of course, the South Africans lost to the New Zealanders in the opening game of the season, and it really shows that hasn't affected him, because they've gone through every other game and they've slowly got better and better in this tournament, and they were brilliant against the Welsh, and I fully expect it to continue in the final, and that they'll reach their peak in the final. And you could say they don't deserve to get there because of the loss earlier on, but the other performances, the other displays they've put in really shows that they deserve to get to that final. and they could easily win the final. For the Welsh though, they'll be upset that they lost because they could have easily won the game, but there's a lot of credit for the Welsh. For me, they put so much heart, so much fight into this tournament, coming back from situations where other teams wouldn't have come back from, like the quarter-final against the French when they were down by a lot, this semi-final when they were down by over a try. They came back, and that is the grit and determination teams need. Unfortunately, they just missed out, and the grit and determination of that Welsh team just missed out, and now have to fight for the bronze against the New Zealanders, which is obviously going to be a tough game because they'll be looking for revenge. But yeah, overall the South Africans were the better team on the day. They won pretty much every facet of the game, and they go into the World Cup final against England. So that's my review of the semi-final between Wales and South Africa. Put in the comments down below what you thought on the game. I'd like to see what you think, and thank you all for watching. I'll see you in a bit.